Hey, good morning everybody. Irish Pepper 2A here, and I wanted to do this video on an article I was reading last night while I was at work regarding the campaign promises of the supposed Harris, administration as she runs is going to run for president against Trump. And what she has proposed is a $1.7 trillion budget plan to help first time homeowners, people with a brand new child, and the most important thing, the main topic of this video is to put restrictions on food price gouging. All right, so let me talk for just a quick second about that. It's going to be for the housing. If you're a first-time homeowner, home buyer, I should say, if you're a first-time home buyer, they're going to say you could get up to $25,000 to put towards a house. That's 10% of a $250,000 house. In case of any of you have looked around, I mean, $250,000 doesn't really buy you much these days, depending on where you live. At least not here where I live. Prices are through the roof. Secondly, if you have a child born within the first year, so an infant that is just newborn, you will be able to receive, they're doubling the tax credit to $6,000. And in this economy with, bringing a child into this world and the cost of taking care of that child, $6,000 really doesn't go that far. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just calling it like I see it. The final thing is that she is stating that she wants to put restrictions on food producers that are, quote, gouging the consumer right now. Now, there was a lot of bad talk in these articles saying these are from professional economists that were analyzing the notion. And what they said is, by the government stepping in and putting restrictions on the price that manufacturers are allowed to charge is a very, very bad idea, because what they'll do is they will just stop producing the product, therefore eliminating your choices and eliminating your resources, getting that much closer to government-controlled food supply. If the government is going to hold the power of the purse and put all these, sanctions and restrictions and everything on the manufacturers, and they stop producing, there again, limited supply. You're not going to have all the options that were available to you before. Now, if you look at, let's just say, a place like Venezuela that did that, their domestic production decreased and their imports increased. And when you start importing, you're not held up to the standards that we have here in the United States by the FDA. And I'm not saying everything the FDA does is good, but you're going to be having these products that are brought in to fill the gap produced by these other countries. And do you really think that that is going to help with the cost of things versus products and food items that are produced here in the United States? I truly don't think so. I was discussing this with a person I work with last night, and I was saying, can you believe this, that, we are actually almost moving one step closer to socialized food distribution? because that's what would happen. You know, there would be limits on what you could buy. There'd start to be food rationing because the supply doesn't meet the demand. So, you know, you're going to be, sorry guys, you can only go out and buy one loaf of bread this week. Or, you know, you're limited to, like it was back in the pandemic, I can only go out. I have a family of 5, but I can only buy 2 jars of spaghetti sauce. Things like that. So the discussion that I had with this person at work was, oh, well, this cackling jackal has, all these great ideas and say, oh, this is what I will do for you if you elect me in November. Well, guess what? You're there now. If these things are so good, why aren't you doing it now? Why are you waiting? There's still several months left before the election. You're still in there. Why are you making this promise of, oh, if you have my back in November, I'll make things better for you in 2025. We need things better now. And, I, for one, I don't care if she promised me that she would deliver 500 gold bars to everybody, that, gives her a vote or anything like that. I wouldn't vote for her ever. Not if somebody held a gun to my head. I would not cast a vote for her party, and what they've done to this country over the past, coming up on 4 years now. All right? So, as I said, we could very quickly be approaching this, food problem. And that's exactly what's going to be. It's going to be a problem. There's going to be, if she gets elected, and if she follows through with what she says, we are knocking on the door of socialist communism food distribution. If you guys don't believe me, go ahead and look it up. And then just do what I did. I did a quick Google search on the Venezuela food problem and did a little bit of reading there. It's very interesting, and it should make you think that, I don't care how much you prep. I don't care how much you stock up now. That stuff doesn't last forever. You're going to have to resupply at some point. And your ass just might be standing in line to get the few items that you need. And you're only allowed those few items. So think about that for a little bit, guys, on your Saturday. I hope you'll have a blessed weekend. Take care. Irish Pepper 2A, I'm going to sign off. Have a blessed day.